For part two of OPFB, and we get right back to the action with a Bay battle of surprising upstart visiting a perennial conference power. 3-0 Seymour bringing the thunder on the road at 2-1 Xavier. Second half, Seymour up 12-7. Xavier quarterback Eli Mayers running the ball himself, gains 20 yards to get the Hawks some life to start the third. They don't score. Now in the fourth, back to punt. Seymour's Xavier Salzman back to return, and check it out. To the right, and then busting through a tackle, staying on his feet, staying in bounds, picking up 30 yards on the return, setting up the Thunder near the red zone. Quarterback Mason Bunnell takes the ball into the end zone, extending the advantage, and piling on to win 33-7. In the Packerland, 2-1 Kewanee at the 2-1 Bears of Bonduel. The Bears up 12-7 at the half, but Kewanee strikes first in the third. Jackson Wisnicki puts the Storm in front 13-12, but Bonduel responds. Colin Fisher with a big run up the gut to set up a goal-to-go touchdown for Dylan Hillsberg. 18-13 Bonduel. Kewanee, their turn. Beginning of the fourth. Wisnicki pushes it into the end zone. They regain the advantage 21-18, but don't hibernate on these Bears. Bonduel gets a 25-21 comeback win. In the Bay, New London and Shawano would square off today. Game of defense early. Jersey Brocker, what a name. Stuffed on 4th and goal by another great name, Logan Ten Haken. And then New London strikes first in the second. Dane Meyer to Logan Ten Haken. It's not worth 10 points, but it is an 8-0 lead after a 2-point try. Shawano looking to respond. Jersey Brocker thrown off balance. It is tipped and picked by Ten Haken. Then back in the red zone. Is it Ten Haken again? Well, now this time it's Howard Roloff as the defenders roll off him. He's in. New London wins 24-14. In the Big East, a big one. 3-0 Howard's Grove at 2-1 Hilbert. The Tigers up 6-0 in the third quarter, and a big bang. Maxwell Loomis cuts to the right, and he's got the speed that you need. 53-yard touchdown. 13-0 Tigers in front. And they've got a ferocious defense. The handoff, oh, that hits the ground. Owen Bramstedt's on it first. Johnny on the spot. They can't turn it into points, so here come the Wolves back at it again. Throw underneath, ripped loose by Loomis. The Tigers win 20-0. Don't forget to go online later tonight and through Tuesday to vote for the Legit Pizza Play of the Week at WBAY.com/OPFB. Well,